Hello, I'm Reverend Michael Mugford, and I'm in ministry at Cole Harbour Woodside United Church. A good number of years ago, I think I was in high school, there were those WWJD bracelets, pins, patches, etc. WWJD stood for What Would Jesus Do? And it was meant to be a reminder for us as followers of Jesus to consider how we were about to act, or about to speak, or about to judge, or just about any other thing that we might come up with in our daily lives. And I'm sure if I looked around, I would probably still be able to find one somewhere amongst my stuff. Um, it seemed to it seemed good to have that little touchstone, as it were, to walk through life with not only a sense of awareness, but uh, thinking about what was happening in the world, and a physical reminder to think about what would Jesus do in a given point in my life. In my more adult and deeper theology, it's less of a comfort and more of a challenge to think about what would Jesus do. Because in my estimation, I'm not always sure how Jesus would react in a given situation today. WWJD, if he came across a crowd of his followers berating an immigrant or shouting at them, "Go back to where you came from," I would like to think Jesus would not be shouting, but rather shielding that person. What about making jokes with regards to someone's gender identity or skin color or ability or chronic condition? WWJD. I'm reminded of the story that's in John's Gospel, and whether it's really part of John or not, it's debatable. But in the story, Jesus finds a woman, a so-called woman, taken in adultery. And what did Jesus do? He loved her. He affirmed her. He kind of judged her a little bit with the "go and sin no more" line, but what he didn't do was pick up a rock to join with the rest of the crowd there. I think there are some places where Jesus' humanity outshines his divinity. Sorry if that's blasphemous. I guess I want to see the more human Jesus because I can identify with that, because I'm human too. There's a poster that was produced probably 30 some years ago by the student Christian movement called the ABCs of Jesus. And I always thought that when it came to the letter P, it was striking. It was boundary breaking. And it was kind of funny because the P word that was associated with Jesus was pooped. The whole poster brings to mind Jesus' humanness, but pooped did it in just such a way that was so real. I can't help but love it. If I ever find my old WWJD bracelet, I might put it on again, just on occasion, because I now know that Jesus would love, would joke, would forgive, would hug, welcome, and so much more. Jesus would do what I hope I would do. Just some thoughts for today. Peace.